can't see it through. These kids of mine, they'll grow up fine. It's my job to see they do. This job is hectic, and this job's full time, and I give my all, get nothing back. What's the point in trying? What I could have done, what I could have been, no one seems to understand how much he sacrificed to me. Soon they'll be grown up, soon I'll be free, 'cause I know my kids so well, and I hardly know me. So I made up my mind to lose these old blues. You're never too old to be starting anew, and I'm scared of the warmth I'm leaving behind. I'm out on my own for the very first time. 'Cause you never understood, now you won't understand why I had to pack my bags and make my own stand. Still, you know I love my children, and I've done them right. And after all,
here we are with
years,
Métis
it's time for
in
me
Enfield, Nova Scotia,
to
Canada.
find my life.
And this is our trailer loading DVD 2 for hard to load horses. Métis is 12 years old. He was in a trailer loading accident a while back, and needless to say, doesn't like to get on trailers. Biggest thing that we want to do is it's got nothing to do with the trailer, it's got to do with leadership. I want my horse to understand that it's safe to do what I ask, and he'll find comfort in doing it. I don't want my horse walking on top of me. I don't want my horse going past me. I don't want my horse dragging behind me. I don't want my horse putting his face in my face. I want my horse to stand there like a gentleman. If my horse does all these things, then the trailer loading is a non-issue. When it comes down to the trailer, again, it's got nothing to do with the trailer. It's got to do that if I ask my horse to take a step forward, that my horse has to take that step. Now, if you look at this guy here, he decides to walk in on top of me. I asked for one step, he gave me 3 and stood on top of me. Notice my feet didn't move. I just get my elbows up there and say, get off of me. I want him to understand that when things are just going to start to go bad or not work the way he thinks they oughta, that he can't come in on top of me. He can go any other direction, but not over top of me. When we do this, we're going to create a comfort spot right in front of our trailer. Once he's in that comfort spot, we're going to leave him alone. Now, when we're doing these kind of things, release is what teaches. The biggest thing we have to do is we have to be quick on our release. If I ask my horse to take a step forward, I close my fingers. As soon as he moves that foot, I have to open my hand. Because if not, then he's going to think that when I pick up that pressure, that I'm not asking him to go forward, but I'm actually asking him to pull back. Lovely. That's beautiful. And exact same thing going backwards. Oh, you're just a little numb, aren't you? So we're going to go get this back. Back this off. Notice the instant he starts to go back. Now, right now his head's going up because he doesn't understand what the movement means. But as soon as he figures out that as soon as we get a little bit of pressure there, all he has to do is step backwards, and his head's not going to go up. You're doing fine. When we're doing these kind of things, your horse cannot get onto a horse trailer unless he's straight. Okay, so if I get over to my horse trailer, you're doing fine. The last thing I want is my horse to be at an angle to the trailer. He has to be lined up with the door. Okay? Third, it is not. I cannot pull my horse onto the horse trailer. It's no different than I can't pull my pickup truck when it's in park. Okay? I want my horse to walk on to the horse trailer because I asked him to, not because he thinks I'm going to force him. This is not about what can I make my horse do. This is how can I teach my horse to do what I want. When we're doing something like this, you need a couple of pieces of equipment to do it. One, obviously, you need a horse trailer. One of the things about your horse trailer, I don't care if it's a tag along, I don't care if it's a gooseneck. What does make a difference, though, A, is that your horse can actually fit onto the trailer comfortably. So you can't put a big horse onto a small 2-horse tag along. You have to put it onto a trailer that the horse will actually fit onto. 2, horses are naturally claustrophobic animals. So we don't want to be sticking a horse into a trailer that looks like a cave. If your trailer is painted gray inside because that's the best trim clad paint they have out there for rust, go buy some white trim clad paint and paint it again so it's white, so it's bright. It'll make it life a lot easier. It does not matter whether you got a tag along, a ramp, or a step up. The only thing that matters is that you teach your horse to do what you want. It's not going to make a difference. You're going to get personal preference out there, but I don't care if it's a ramp, I don't care if it's a step up. It doesn't make any difference. Okay? The theory, everything stays exactly the same. A couple of things that we need equipment-wise, other than our truck and trailer, is we use a rope halter. And as you can see, about a 14-foot long lead. A couple of the reasons. One, the rope halter is very lightweight, and when the horse is doing what the horse is supposed to be doing, doesn't even know that he's wearing it. Now, when he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing, the two little ropes here that across the back of his head will actually cause some pressure. So when my horse is not doing what he's supposed to be doing, I definitely don't want him to be comfortable. I don't want him to be dragging me around and enjoying himself doing it. That's why we use a rope halter. I use a longer lead so that, of course, if my horse decides to take off backwards or bugger off, I have a chance to stop him. He's not going to be dragging me all over the place. Third, a little dressage stick. One of the reasons we want to use our dressage stick for is so that we can reach back on the horse behind our drive line, and our drive line runs down off our horse like this. If we are behind our drive line, it pushes our horse forward. If we are in front of our drive line, we block our horse. We do not have to get to the butt to make our horse go forward. That's why we can push here with our legs and our horse will go forward. You do not have to reach the butt, you just have to reach the drive line. Okay, so that's our equipment. We have one dressage stick, one long lead, one rope halter, and one horse that doesn't want to get on a horse trailer. Now, when we're trailer loading, a couple of things we're going to do. One, if my horse is going to go backwards, I am not going to try and drag my horse onto the horse trailer. I'm going to create a pressure onto the lead and hold that pressure, but I'm not going to try and actually drag the horse. What I'm waiting for is that horse decides to go backwards, rear up, or do whatever. Doesn't really matter. I'm just going to hold that pressure until he takes that one step forward, just one step, and then I'm going to release as quickly as I possibly can. What that's going to teach my horse is that when I pick up that pressure and he feels that pressure behind his ears, he needs to take one step forward, not pull backwards, not go left or right or up and down. Take one single step forward. Everything that we do, we're going to do it 4 times. I'm going to ask as nicely as I possibly can. Then I'm going to tell him. Then I'm going to insist. And then I'm going to make it happen. Okay? For example, if I want my horse to take a step back, I want to be able to tell my horse to take a step back 4 or 5 different ways. One, I want to be able to put my hand on his nose. I want to be able to just squeeze his nose a little bit. I'm going to hold that. I'm not pushing my horse, I'm just holding his nose. And there. I'm going to give him a little rub. Okay? Well, there has to be a bunch of different ways to do it. So to do the 4 stages, I'm going to take my lead. I'm going to use nothing but my wrist. I'm just going to wiggle just ever so slightly. If that doesn't work, I'm going to go to my elbow. That's number 2. If that doesn't work, I'm going to go to my arm. And all I'm waiting for is just him to take one step backwards. There's number 4. And number 4 is make it happen. Notice my feet don't move. Notice I didn't expect him to go 4, 10, 5 feet backwards. I want him to take one single step in the direction I wanted. We start doing these kinds of things. We start taking control of him. Right? The biggest thing that we want to do, what people start, yeah, I know you're doing awesome, buddy. What people do is they try too hard. I want my horse to back up, but I want him to go do this and do this and do this. It's like, whoa, he can't take a single step backwards in the direction you want when you ask nicely. I don't want to go around pushing and pulling on my horse. All I want to do is I want to be able to touch him with just the slightest bit of energy and say, hey, that's what I want. We need to take that to everything. We need to take that when we're walking. We need to take that when we're standing beside him. I don't want him crowding me. I don't ever want to have to pick up my lead and drag him behind me. I want my horse to find that spot, to stay in it, and go with me. And once he starts to do that, we're off to the races. Now, one of the things is, if we go to trailer load our horse, If I walk out of that barn and start walking towards my trailer and my horse plants his feet and goes, "Ah!" There's a trailer there. Why in God's creation would I bother to try and load him onto the trailer? If my horse is not paying more attention to me than he is to an inanimate object sitting there doing absolutely nothing, that's the issue, not the trailer. I need my horse to pay attention to me. Once my horse pays attention to me and stops worrying about the trailer, then I'm going to walk my horse over to the trailer. I'm going to say, let me introduce you to my trailer. Nothing else. I'm not going to try and load him. I'm not going to try and do anything. I'm just going to let him stand there and check it out. But if my horse is not going to walk towards my trailer without giving me an attitude or braking or trying to pull away, then there's no sense at all in walking our horse to the trailer. Now we've got other DVDs out there. They're called Personal Space and Control 1 through 6. If you go onto those DVDs, and they're all on YouTube and they're all free, they show you exactly how to start moving your horse and how to work on this personal space and how to get that control and all these things that is going to make this, and not only this, but everything else work for you. Okay, so now we got that out of the way. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take him for a walk and see where his mind's at. See where if he's walking with me or walking against me. All right, buddy. We're off to the races. Not trying to pull my horse into the horse trailer. He's starting to pull back. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to ask for that step forward. Nothing else. I have no intention right now of putting him onto this horse trailer. What I do have right now is the intention that he does not pull on me. Okay? As soon as we get that out of our system, move this over. No, get this off. I don't want you on my horse trailer. I want your butt over. This is all about control. If I can't put my horse's body where I want it, I've got no control. Now, as soon as he starts to learn that we don't have to have some big fight to have control, all we have to do is start to listen, you're going to see he actually starts to relax. When our horse pulls like it did there, what we don't want to do is pull harder to keep it there. I don't care. If he wants to take off backwards, we're going to stay with him. I'm going to hold that pressure. And I'm just going to put my dressage stick behind his withers here, and I'm just going to give it a nice little tap. If he goes back harder, then I'm going to increase the pressure on this, not on this, and all I'm going to do is hold that pressure. Guess what? Maybe we go 30, 40 feet back. I don't care. Maybe we go 3, 4 miles backwards. But at some point in time, he's going to hit something where he has to take that one step forward. And the instant he takes that step forward, we're going to stop doing what we're doing. I'm going to release that pressure on the lead. I'm going to put my stick down. I'm going to relax. I'm going to smile at my boy. I'm going to say, awesome job. Now let's walk back up here and do it again. Okay? If, however, I don't do that, if, however, my horse decides to pull back and I stop doing what I'm doing when he pulls back, I've taught my horse to pull back. As simple as that. Whatever I want my horse to be is what I'm going to release on. The horse that I want to ride, the horse that I want to take to shows, is calm, relaxed, and willing. This is relaxed. This is calm. Okay? You don't have to walk out here and turn this into a big deal. If you come out here and say, I'm going to put my horse on this horse trailer, and that's it, then you just turn it into a big deal. If you walk out here and said, you know what, I'm just going to come out here and I'm going to show my horse what I want, I'm going to show him that he has to respect me, then guess what? Pretty soon, when you ask, you'll get what you want. When my horse takes a step forward, don't keep pulling. Stop, open your hand, relax, smile, you're doing awesome. Okay? This is progress. Why would you give him grief over progress? Tell him to relax, you're having fun. Okay? One of the biggest things, take a step off. Okay? Remember, it's not about getting this horse in the horse trailer. I don't care if he does or doesn't. What I do care is that he listens to me when I ask him something. So, turn around and ask him to take that step back up again. Alright? Every time we do something, we're going to ask for a little bit more. Okay? So we come to the same place before. We're going to give him a second. Right now he's checking out the walls and he's smelling. I know. I can't believe they do that on the walls either. Alright? Once he's finished checking things out and he gets that boredom, then guess what we're going to